Good afternoon, friends. My name is Richard Irvin. I'm the mayor of the city of Aurora, and we are back on live today. We've had a number of issues that we talked about concerning the coronavirus and COVID-19 and how that's been affecting our community and changed our city, changed our state, our nation, changed the world. And today we're gonna have a little fun with it. Now on beginning tomorrow, May 1st, face coverings are mandated in Illinois by the governor. If you're in public places conducting business or in a public space where you can't maintain social distance, you gotta wear a mask. The CDC and healthcare experts across the country have explained why wearing face coverings can dramatically reduce the spread of COVID-19. By wearing one, you are not only safeguarding yourself, but you are also safeguarding those around you. We also know how important surgical masks and N95 masks are to our healthcare professionals and first responders. So are we suggesting not to use those because our health responders pretty much need all those that are being brought into the country and also manufactured here, but rather to use cloth face coverings, which can include scarves, bandanas, or personally made face coverings like our guests today are making here in the city of Aurora. Out of this crisis, good things continue to emerge every single day. And one of the groups that has emerged as community servants and heroes are those who make face coverings to help us keep Aurora safe. And I'm happy to have a handful of them with us today. Let me preface by saying we have hundreds of Aurorans who have stepped up to the plate and are making face coverings. And we wish we could have had all of them on. But we acknowledge your work and your hard work to the community. Your fellow mask makers here are representing y'all. Our guests have either started a new service to the community, expanded upon a hobby, or extended the work of their business into making face coverings. I'll give brief introductions. I'll let everyone introduce themselves. First, we have Teresa Haven, Sweet Pea Design. Hey, Teresa, wave. Hey there. Alicia Neighbors, Handsome Jimmy.
Oh.
I like that, Handsome Jimmy. Sylvia Cruz and Myrna Rivera, So More Love. Guys, give it up, say hey. And Evian Redmond, a young millennial and his family, the Felix family, who are making face coverings. What's up there? How you doing, buddy? All right, so let's get into this, y'all. So, and I'll just do a round robin. It's just like having a discussion. Let's talk to the people and tell them why you guys are doing what you're doing and why it's important in our community. Tell us more about the efforts and when you decided to get into making face coverings. Let's start out with you, Teresa.
How I got into it?
Yeah.
Well, when this all started, I was kind of stranded and I volunteer a lot at the schools and everything. Well, that was all gone. So I thought I need something to do. Anyway, so I started researching, what was the best mask and everything. And so I thought, well, and then a couple of my friends said, hey, will you make us some masks? I was like, yeah, I'll make some. And then my sister-in-law donated a bunch of fabric and said, hey, if I give you this, will you make some masks? I was like, yeah, I can make some masks. And so then, everybody started wanting them. So I thought, well, I could charge for these. I could make them. And then it just like boomed. And like I said, only Hometown is the only place I have advertised in. I've done about 400 masks. So
wow, you made 400 masks the last, when did you start?
About May 15th or
Yeah.
so. I started out kind of slow and March
15th.
March, whatever month this is.
All our days are blended together these days.
I have no idea what day.
What days, I don't know. Saturday looks like Monday.
Yeah, and so then I've been fighting my sewing machines. I had 2 sewing machines go quit, and then I keep running out of supplies, and it's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So it just kind of keeps snowballing, but it's doing good.
Wow, glad to hear. Well, thank you very much for your service to me and everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Alicia, tell us a little bit about how you got into the face covering game.
My name is Alicia Neighbors, and my company is Handsome Jimmy. Handsome Jimmy is a company that I had started from my living room table, making bow ties. And there's not people wearing bow ties right now. So, I made a mask for my husband and I made one for myself. And I had put them on Facebook on Handsome Jimmy. And, I said a small part of my husband's and my defense against COVID-19. The bigger the blood of Jesus Christ. And it snowballed from there. People started asking about it, asking where can they get the face masks and so forth. And, you know, I did start out volunteering, making them, and I still do. But I said, well, this is a way for me to make, you know, money that I'm getting from my bow ties right now. So I started out making them for people. It's just been going from there. I've made about 350 masks now.
Wow. Wow. That's great. And let me tell you, I love that name, Handsome Jimmy, you know, because every time I say it, I just want to get my collar right, you know, and after it's over, I think I will be wearing one of them bow ties that you make at your kitchen table, handsome Jimmy style. All right. All right, let's go on to Avion, brother. How'd you get into this, man? How old are you, brother?
I am 21.
My brother, 21 years old, man. How'd you get into making face coverings, brother?
Well, I wasn't working because I work for the school district. So we were just home, me and my mom both home. So we went over to my grandma's house and she was making masks for like her and her husband and me and my sister and my mom. So we just started making them for our family, and then friends started seeing them. So then I actually made a TikTok video about me and my mom and my grandma sewing them, and everybody started putting in orders, and we made like over 400 because we sell them here in Aurora and we actually sell them in Milwaukee. One of my
You're selling them in Milwaukee as well?
Yes.
Wow, y'all don't want to cross state lines on us, huh?
Yeah. And we're just
wait a minute. So
like,
your thing is a family affair then. So all the
yes.
families, okay, wow. Well, okay.
Yeah, so we're just selling them for $2 or $3 just to be able to buy more materials, to make more masks. We tried one style, now we're trying another style, and they're selling a lot. Like, we're still getting orders and we can't keep up anymore.
Wow. Now we're going to come back to everybody's website and how folks can order from you, get one from you in a few minutes. So let's go to the do we have a tag team going on with Sylvia Cruz and Myrna?
We are a unit.
Yes, we are.
We are a unit.
Joined to the hip these days.
So tell me a little bit, how'd you guys get started with face coverings? And we'll start with you, Myrna, and then we'll come to you.
Well, actually, it started with Sylvia. I saw that she mentioned something on Facebook, and I just reached out. I said, can I make a donation, or how can I help? And she says, well, maybe you can, you can either buy material or put it out on Facebook. So I put it out on Facebook to see if anybody had material. And I dropped off a few bags, and I saw her front porch was full of bags. And I messaged her, I said, do you need help like distributing the stuff? And I'll let her take the story from there.
All right, well, wait, all right. So this is getting exciting. I'm getting excited story. So wait a minute, Sylvia. What? How did you get all this material, and how did you start this off?
It really is. I actually started doing this on my own. I'm a board member with the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry. And after one of our meetings, we were talking about PPE for our volunteers, and with not having enough, anyone has a hard time getting any of them. I decided that I was just going to make them, and I think I got maybe a giggle or two from a couple of people, thinking, yeah, right, you're going to make masks. But that was serious because I'm very creative. So I went home that weekend and I just looked up videos. I tried.
Mind you, she didn't know how to sew.
No. I took out my hot glue gun and rubber bands and staples, and it was a mess. So I said, okay, I'm going to just have to hand sew these. Well, I realized quickly that hand sewing masks was going to be nearly impossible. So that is when I put out a message on What's Happening Aurora and saying, hey, I'm looking for some volunteers who are willing to sew some of these masks for me. I'll supply the fabric, the elastic, everything that's needed. I just need you to sew because I don't have a sewing machine. And so that's where it started. I had some people volunteer, and it was a great response from the community, I gotta say, because this is hard work.
How many masks are we talking?
It is hard. How many masks?
Yeah.
My first batch on my own, 500.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I cut the masks, I provided the fabric, I provided the elastic, everything that they needed in the kit, and then they would send it back to me already sewn, and then I would sanitize and package and deliver all of that. So, you know, it started getting bigger and bigger. But what happened early in April, I was cutting fabric on a Saturday morning, and with a rotor cutter, I went over my finger.
You cut your finger?
Yes.
Oh my God. Did you have to get stitches?
Well, yeah, I did. I didn't want to go to the doctor for various reasons, but my husband convinced me to go to the urgent care, and I ended up going to urgent care that day and ended up with stitches on my left index finger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was forbidden to cut, and I couldn't lift things.
You can't cut anymore.
But I did. I mean, I still did.
But he told you, Renee said, I don't think I want you cutting anymore.
Like this, with
Well,
one finger up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, that did limit what I was able to do and not do. I couldn't move as fast, I couldn't package. And so that's when I took Myrna off on her offer. She said, hey, can I help you? And I reluctantly said, yes, I'm gonna need the help. And so after that, I remember that Sunday, Myrna came by and picked up a container full of all the bags and tags and the masks that were pre-ironed, and she had to sort them and package them for me. And so after that day, Myrna lost her office. I pretty much took over. So Myrna's office is now in my workshop.
Well, we figured, you know, business got really slow for us. You know, a lot of our clients no longer doing testing. I said, you know what? I'm still here. Let's put the office to work. So we turned our conference room into our workshop. And so, yeah, here we are.
So since then, because you did 500 on your own before you cut your finger, how many have you done since then?
Since then, we are closing in on 2,000.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And
We have a group of ladies.
All our volunteers.
Yeah. There's a
So you
group of
guys have a
volunteers.
team of folks. So you guys just like Ava, you got like a team of folks working with
I
you.
do, and if I have your permission, can I just mention some names?
Please do, please
I
do.
want to give a shout out to our ladies who are sewing. Isabella, Sandy Nash, who's been amazing. Marissa Barragan, Lavon, I love you. Laura Lopez, Eileen Wilson, Catherine Mendoza, Kate Volker, Catherine Meany, Maria De Leon. Thank you, Maria. Sylvia Aleman Garcia, Myrna, Owelda, Conchita from Aurora, Rose Rivera, Laura and Maria Parra, Sharon Johnson, Julie Garofalo, Laura Bohr, Katie Stevenson was a rock star. And of course, the Masiacos kids have been helping us label bags. So it's a team.
You guys have a whole assembly line going on.
We do.
A lot of love put behind these little bags.
You do.
Well, you've got love, sweat, tears, it sounds like, and a little blood. And some blood, right. So all right, so that was a great story. Let's go back, let's start with Alicia here. All right, so we talked about the assembly. Can you tell me how difficult is it to construct a mask, and what's the process? We're gonna go to Alicia. Hold on, just one second. So we're gonna go to Alicia, and then we'll come back to Sylvia and
Okay. My masks are constructed of 6 pieces. You've got, I'm gonna take one here so you can see. This is the finished product.
Wow, look at that. Oh, they're pretty designed on there. Wow, I like that. Yeah.
There's an insert there.
Okay.
And on the inside, there is a filter for the mask.
Oh, okay.
There's a filter that goes inside of the mask.
Oh, all right.
My masks are a little more in depth than some of the others. You've got your side pieces. This is one of the side pieces. This is piece. This is the front.
Wow.
And then this goes in the back also. So the mask makes a pocket. You got a pocket there.
Gotcha. It goes over your mouth and nose.
And it goes around the nose
Uh-huh.
like this. I can't put this on. It goes around the nose like
I
this.
see it. Yeah. Looks
Uh,
good.
most of my customers prefer the elastic to go around their heads. But then for my elderly customers, whom I give those freely to the elderlies. I don't charge for those. I make those go around the ears.
Okay.
So it's easier for them to put on.
Right. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I probably would go with the around the ear thing because I don't want to mess up the fro in the back with the, that's just me. I work hard to get that. I don't want a dent in the fro.
Well, we gave you one of those ear saver headbands that we paid.
And I'm going to try it on just a second. Right. Just in case you want to do both ways. I'm sorry, Lisa, what were you saying?
The ladies prefer the ears, but then there's a lot that prefer around the head.
Yeah.
And most of my service people that I service, they like it around their heads because it gives them a tighter seal.
Gotcha.
Seal.
Gotcha.
So the majority of the masks are made to go around the head.
All right. And tell you what, let's go to Avion just for a second and get you engaged here, brother. How do you what's the process of you and your family making your masks?
Okay, so we kind of have like an assembly line too. So my grandma, she cuts the mask. So we actually have one here. My grandma made 2 masks especially for you and Clayton.
All right.
So she cuts the 2 pieces because we were doing the interfacing before, but a lot of stores.
A little bit in front of the camera so we can see what you got there. There you go. All right. Whose is that? I like that one.
This one's yours. Yeah, so we were using interface, but a lot of the stores were running out of interface. So we just decided to use 2 things of cloth, but the inside cloth be just a little thinner so that it's not too hard to breathe.
Right.
So we cut those 2 pieces. They give them to me after they sewed this part here. So then I sewed both of them together, and we actually were using elastic, but elastic's out too. So we actually found a trick where we use trouser socks and we just cut them. So that's what we use for the elastic, and it's really comfortable around the ears. So they cut those, and my mom sews in the trouser socks on the side, and then our masks are pretty much done. So it's just me, my mom, and my grandma, each on our own machine.
So everybody's got their own sewing machine?
Yes.
Wow. So y'all improvising. They start running out of materials at the store. Y'all start finding other materials to make it work, huh?
Yes, we have, because I guess a lot of people have started making their own masks, like to go to stores and stuff. So a lot of the stuff is running out.
Okay. And then we're going to come back over to you, Teresa, before we go to the tag team up with Myrna and Sylvia. Teresa, how do you make your mask, and what's the process?
Well, I've made a couple different kinds, but mine are just mostly like these because they're quicker and easier. And I do use a layer of interfacing in, which I've had a hard time finding, but I've had people donate some, and that is the non-woven that's inside that blocks the bacteria. So they're just like this. And I have lots of different choices of fabric, and I do the elastic or ties. I can do ties, children's masks a lot of times.
Oh, that's a cute one. Yeah.
This one is this one's a little bit more intensive, but it has the 4 ties that go around your head.
Okay.
I just do the ties, like on that you can go that aren't that extensive, that just come out like these. So mostly this is a smaller one, like children's sizes. So
okay.
Are quicker and easier for me to do than some of what the others are doing. There's more work involved in those. So when I'm by myself, I just try to turn out as many as I can. So that's
absolutely. And 500, since the 15th of March is a whole lot. I noticed you have pleats in yours. Is there?
Yes. They're just
why do you have pleats?
Well, that's what you make them. They're kind of like the surgical ones. That's the way they make them, so that they will extend over your,
Got you. So they expand. depending
And
on
then
how
that
big-
way they're tied around your ears and then they're around here. And I just like that, you know, so it's,
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right.
I'll do this one. I won't sell this one to anyone. So yeah, that, and sometimes the children's ones, you know, they don't like it pulling on their ears. So I'll make ties here instead of the elastic, but whatever. And a lot of fabric choices, you know, you make them fun and cute for the kids, even even though they're not supposed to go anywhere, if they need a mask.
Right.
So that's
Sometimes the kids have to jump in the car with you and go to the grocery store. So you know,
right. Or to school to pick up their schoolwork or whatever.
right, exactly right. You know, let's make those masks fun. And those are pretty fun with some of the designs you have in the cloth. So all right, well, let's go to Myrna and Sylvia. Tell me, what's the process of, because you guys got a whole assembly line. You read off a list of names of what people do. So what?
Go
Give me
ahead,
a little bit
Myrna.
about. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lucky Myrna.
All right, go ahead.
We have a complete process that we follow. Our mask, we make the two different styles. We do this one and we do the one with the pleats. This takes 4 pieces, sometimes 6. Depends on the thickness of the material. If it's a pretty thick material, we use just the 2 panels. If it's a very thin material, then we do either the liner inside. But yeah, and they come in small, medium, and large. Our masks are very colorful, and they're dual. You can use them from either side. So we try to make.
Look at that. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
a double side to them.
That's so you know which side the germs were on. That's important. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then our mask, we also include the ear savers. And I gotta send a shout out to Anna Torres and Evie, her daughter. They have printed over 1,000 of these for us. So we include one in each bag. And these are nice because they're long and they can either cut them to, it's a very flexible material. They can, you know, customize it to fit, you know, themselves. So we include this in each one of our bags. But
Myrna, can you show them how where do we put?
Please do. Show.
oh, how this works. Okay. So this one's a little too big for me, but so we put on the mask. I might need a helper here. This here is going to hook to the back.
So you normally put that around your ear, but then you don't put that around your ear. You put it. Oh, gotcha.
It wraps around the back of your head.
So instead of putting it around your ear, you fasten it in the back on the.
Yes.
Gotcha. And it spreads it out a little, not so tight.
Okay.
Gotcha. I see it. So instead of wrapping around your ears, you wrap it around the back of that.
Right. So it relieves pressure from the ears.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if it fits too loose, you can adjust it because it has the different hoops. So it fits a little bit tighter or you can make it looser.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. All right.
Sometimes
So, all right,
you
we're
get
gonna-
little elf ears, but that's okay.
All right. No, Cara. So we're gonna go around and do a few more demonstrations if you don't mind. I don't want to mess up nobody's hair and get anybody thrown up. All right. So let's
Fine.
talk about just a second. So we're gonna go to Teresa. You said that you sell your mask. How much do you sell your masks for?
How much do I sell them for? $7 a piece, but you know, if they order several, which that doesn't make sense, then I'll do a deal.
So if you buy on bulk or buy a lot, they get much.
Yeah, like 4 for 20, something like that. But I do donate some, you know, for workers or, you know, people who need them also. So negotiable.
Now, Alicia, when I was looking at your mask, you have the mask that actually conforms over the mouth and the nose area and kind of seals it.
Right. I don't put you know, some people put the wire in it so that it will go on the nose. I don't do that.
Gotcha.
Fit tightly, and they are double-sided, so you know which side you've breathed on, you know, so you don't have to put it on the wrong way, and that's important so that they're
Gotcha.
on the other side. But they do fit around
Gotcha.
as well as the others, but you know, they work.
Alicia, how much do you charge for your mask?
As I stated before, seniors, no charge.
Right.
Charge for my seniors. A mask like this is it's a Black Panther mask. And because of I've created it. And this mask, along with the sports teams, they take a little bit more fabric. And they're like My masks are more like designer masks.
Right.
So this mask, the sports team masks, that I charge $20 for those.
Got you. Like Bulls and Cubs and things like that. Got you.
Those things I charge 20. But for the regular, the beautiful print masks, like this one, along with the filter and so forth, they're
Wow.
15. And they do take a lot of work to make these.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yours actually conform right over the face. Yeah.
Right. And mind you, I'm doing these masks by myself.
Yeah.
From the cleaning to the sewing, everything.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it's like you and Teresa are pretty much solo acts there.
oh, solo. I may get my husband to help me package if he feels like it. He'll package for me, and my grandchildren will package.
Yeah. Put them kids to work. They ain't in school right now. And Avion, what's up, brother? What do you guys charge for yours? Because you send yours to different states and whatnot.
Yeah, so we charge $2 to $3. Since we have this new style, we've been charging $3 now. But we've donated, like my mom's coworker, her mother's in a retirement home, so they asked if they can donate masks. So she asked us, and we donated about 20 to 30 masks to them. So it just depends. Like if we see a worker that doesn't have a mask on, we'll give them one for free. But like for the people that aren't working or just going out to the stores, we just charge them $2 to $3 just so that we can buy more material and stuff.
Oh wow, that's great. Alicia, you got any Louis Vuitton, Alicia? I'm gonna need a Louis Vuitton mask from you. It don't need to be real. It could be one of them fake ones.
Yeah, I'll get in line. I'll get on the list for one of those too.
I'm sorry, Alicia, say that one more time.
I'll get on the list for one of those Louis Vuitton.
One of the Louis Vuitton?
Designer ones.
That information online.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna be hitting you up for one. I'm gonna get some from all y'all. So all right, so Sylvia and Myrna. Now, y'all made 2,000 masks. Am I to understand that you donated all those masks?
Yes, we do not charge anyone for a mask.
Wow. That's great. I mean, but
Everything.
where do y'all get? I mean, do people donate the stuff to you?
Well, you know what, Richard? When I first started the mask making, I was funding it on my own, which I was happy to do. As it grew and it became more popular, people were asking and people learned more about the project. People were offering to donate fabric and elastic. And I mean, everyone here who's a mask maker knows that elastic is like gold these days. You can't get your hands on it.
It's like gold.
People were donating fabric, started donating fabric. Myrna was a great help. She used her network to collect as many items as possible to help us with the fabric masks. So people started donating fabric and elastic and thread. And so it grew from there. And recently we started receiving some small donations so we can continue to buy some of the items that we need to make the masks, but we do not charge anyone. And I gotta say that our masks have reached pretty much they're across the country. We have sent some to the Bronx, Philadelphia,
Wow.
New York, Florida, St. Louis, California, and Puerto Rico.
North Carolina.
And North Carolina.
Wow. That.
So it's all on, our dime, and some of the donations we are receiving all goes back into funding the program.
And the ladies that are sewing, they also supply the thread. We just give them pretty much the material. So I'm telling you, this is a labor of love, because these volunteers, once I started sewing, I really realized how much time goes into this. And we have like a team of 9, maybe 8, 9 people sewing. And so we're constantly, delivering, picking up. And once we get these masks back, we wash them, we sanitize them, They're the best smelling masks in town, I say. They smell so good. However, we package them and they each get an ear saver. And then the way that people can request them is via an email. So we have hundreds of requests coming through. So we read each email. And of course, health workers, you know, have number one on our list, elders. Sylvia, you want to go ahead and talk about the food pantry?
Yeah. So I think earlier I said the reason why I started the mask project was due to the food pantry and the volunteers and getting some to the volunteers. So that's how it started. Making sure that everybody at the food pantry, the volunteers, had face masks. In addition to the food pantry where I'm a board member, I decided that I was going to provide face masks for volunteers over at the Marie Wilkinson food pantry as well. So those have become a weekly distribution for those pantries. We read all our emails, and based on their occupation, if they are healthcare professionals, first responders, or essential workers, they get a level 1 priority. Second would go to our elderly, our nursing home, our immune compromised, our sick. So we try to fill every request we get, and sometimes it may take a week or two, but we are very close to, I think, filling almost every request we have received, including nursing homes. And we have given to a variety of different medical facilities, Rush Copley, Mercy, Edwards Hospital, Elmhurst Hospital, Northwestern, Del Nor, Fox Knoll Nursing Home, Jennings Terrace Nursing Home, Fox Chase, Tabor Hills. We can go on. We can go on.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have done a whole lot with, you know, getting these masks out. I mean, 2,000, that's a lot of masks. Let me ask you, Avion, how many you say in the 400 that you guys have done since you started? How long would you say it takes to get, if I order a mask from you, how long would it take you to get that mask to me?
So usually we go to my grandma's house during the week and we get about 30 to 50 masks done a day. So depending on when you let us know you need it, we can get it to you either that day, the next day, just depending where you're at.
Gotcha. Teresa, how long would it take you to get a mask if I ordered one from you? Because you got some nice colorful ones I really like.
Right now, I have a list of about 100 to do. I'm hoping to catch up by maybe Monday. So I would say 3 to 4 days. I mean, I'm doing it all myself, and I'm working till 3:30 in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Days, and I'm fighting with my sewing machine right now. But, you know, I would say 3 days, 3 to 4 days.
Alicia, these designer masks you got going on, and trust me when I say I'm gonna be ordering a Louis Vuitton from you, and as soon as I start, people gonna be wanting. Trust me.
Mayor, right now I am running on 7 days.
Really? Wow.
Right, I bet I have at least 150 masks that I have to get to.
Gotcha. Wow.
I'm giving everyone 7 days now for the mask. I can sew 10 to 12 masks in a day.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you got some detailed masks.
Yes, from start to finish. And you know, that's including me being a wife, a grandmother, and working and running my Handsome Jimmy business as well. That has not stopped. It's slowed down, it hasn't stopped. So I'm a very busy lady.
Yeah, I see. You know what? Let me say, as a matter of fact, you say Handsome Jimmy. I just happen to have me a Handsome Jimmy mask right here. And I'm gonna put this Handsome Jimmy mask, even though it's about to mess, let me see, it's about to mess up my fro a little bit, but I'm gonna put this Handsome Jimmy mask on.
You've
What's
got
that?
it up. It's
Is it upside down?
Yes. There you go.
All right, okay. Oh, I gotta put both the things behind my head. Let me see, like this.
That gives you that seal.
Oh, God.
There.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What? Do I look handsome? My handsome Jimmy. And then I have I have a So More Love mask here with the extender if I need it. And check this out, double-sided. So if I want to be military one day. Oh, and these do smell good. Wow. What you spray in there?
Yes.
On this side, yes, that's love, right? And wait, am I holding it up? I got it right. So on this side, mayor, right, the Aurora mayor. So, ain't that dope? That's sharp. I'll pull it down so you ain't that dope? That's sharp. That's sharp. So when I get this Aurora mayor mask and I got my other handsome Jim and I get that Louis Vuitton, and then I get the colorful one over here, and then I got one that Avion hooked up for me, which looked like, what kind of material? What design is that, man? That's sharp, brother. That is sharp. I'm gonna be sporting the heck out of all these masks. I'm gonna have me looking good up in here. Because the reality is, folks, people are gonna be probably wearing masks like this, or face coverings, let's call them, for probably the next year, at least the rest of this year and the next spring, until there's some a cure or some vaccine to the COVID-19. So the service that you guys are providing for our community to put a little flair, because I mean, when somebody tells you got to wear masks or face coverings when you go out, the first thing is like, I ain't wearing nothing. You can't force me to do it. This isn't our culture to do things like this. But we all recognize the seriousness of COVID-19, the coronavirus, and the importance of protecting ourselves as well as protecting the community from us and from each other. So if we're going to do this, let's do this in style. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do this, let's make a fashion statement out of this thing. Let's do this up right. So, whether you got the designer ones, that cost a little bit more because, you put a little bit more time into them, or we got the colorful ones, for $7, or, the ones that the family's making for $3, $4, sending, across the state lines, or the ones that, folks are donating, giving for free. You guys are all providing an amazing service to our community, and you're helping the healthcare industry and all of us protect ourselves and keep our community safe. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate all the hard work that you guys put into this.
Thank you.
And, and I look forward to sporting these masks proudly, or face coverings proudly, when I go out in the community. This one here, I'm gonna wear at night so that ain't nobody see me, right? Just like the camouflage, right? And then when I want to be official, then Mayor Richard Irvin.
There you
go. Mayor of the city of Aurora. So Clayton, do we have any questions? Well, let me ask before we go to questions from the community, and maybe this is one that the community will ask as well. What can the community do to help you guys? So I know everybody here says that they've donated, to our seniors, sometimes our kids, and donate. And then we got an organization that donates all of their masks. What can our community do to help you, to help more of our seniors, more of our kids, and just to give back? What can they do to help you? And we'll start with Alicia.
Well, just let the seniors know that I have the masks. I have the masks for them. Not only the seniors, I've donated to a couple of nursing homes and a couple of bus drivers also. So whomever needs a mask and can't pay for it. I'm a Christian woman and I'm a giving woman, and I don't mind giving a mask at all.
Absolutely. And if somebody wanted to donate to you, donate cloth or money so you can continue to donate to our seniors.
Yes.
Where would they reach you?
They can reach me at Handsome Jimmy on Facebook. Handsome Jimmy is all one word. Handsome, capital JAIMMY. Handsome Jimmy on Facebook, or reach me at Alicia Neighbors on Messenger.
All righty. Teresa, if somebody wanted to donate to you and help your cause when you give of your hard work to the seniors and young people, where would they reach out to you at?
I've mostly just been taking it by messages because, like I said, I've just advertised in hometown, but I have a Sweet Pea Designs as my Facebook page where I, put my sewing things on there, and also just my personal Facebook, Teresa Haven, and it's HEAVIN. So that's Haven. But, and I have lots of fabric, which is why I do this, but like interfacing, elastic, things like that are hard to find. So
Yeah.
that's always appreciated.
Absolutely. Evian, what's up, brother? If somebody wants to donate to the cause, so you can, continue to help the community, where would they where they reach out to you at? Where they find you?
So they could reach out to me on Facebook, just Evian Redmond, or my mom's Facebook, Maritza Felix.
All right.
Just message us there and we'll take the orders or donations. That's how we do it. So social distancing.
I hear you, brother. That's why we're doing this all, trying to keep everybody healthy. And Sylvia and Myrna, if somebody wants to donate, to your cause, because you guys are giving, you're doing this for free just across the board, how would they reach out? How would they contact you, reach out to you?
Can I first answer your question earlier, Mayor, where you said, how can the community help?
Yes.
And I think the very first and foremost way that the community can help is to just wear a face covering when they're out. That's important, whether it's homemade, whether it's bought, donated, whatever it is, they have to make the attempt to wear some sort of face covering when they're out in public and stay apart. I told her now, do your part, stay apart. We have to continue following those guidelines. If they want to donate to us, they can donate to sowingmorelove@gmail.com. And Myrna, if you want to add the additional information.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in a free mask, they have to send us a request via email. Because we have such a large amount of requests, we had to streamline it so that it's only via email. And when they email, they should say why, who they work for, first of all, or if it's just elderly or they're immunocompromised, and then let us know what size, small, medium, or large.
Let me stop you there just for a second, Myrna, if you don't mind. How do I know if I wear a small, medium, or large? Because I've heard this co-host say I have different sizes. How do I know what size I wear?
Usually the measurement is from the nose to the chin. So depending on how many centimeters, that's how they can tell us what size they are.
Gotcha. So let's say from my nose to my chin, it's 10 centimeters. What size mask would I wear?
That would be a large.
Okay. Gotcha. Go ahead, Myrna. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay, and then keeping in mind that healthcare workers and the elderly have priority. We will attend to all the orders that come in eventually. That's how come some take longer than others. Once we have the order ready, we send out an email and we give a period of 2 days for them to come and pick up the masks. And if they don't come within that period of time, we have to put them back in stock because we have such a large demand for them. We are accepting donations via PayPal, and we are accepting donations via QuickPay, Zelle. If anyone's interested in making a donation, please email us. I will be glad to send that link out. At the PayPal one, it would be Myrna Lopez 221, or if it's the Quick Zelle, it would be the 630-631-9270. I was a little hesitant. I'm like, do I give out my phone number? But you know what? My phone number has been out there in community for so many years with my involvement with the Puerto Rican Council and all that. So yeah, that's the number that we're accepting the donations. And if anyone wants to make a corporate donation, we do have the back of the Aurora Puerto Rican Cultural Council as a nonprofit. And they have joined us as a sponsor. So donations can be made to the Puerto Rican Council, and those will be considered tax deductible donations.
Absolutely.
And also you have child size face masks now because they're going to be in demand.
Yes.
Got you. Well,
Mayor, I am immunocompromised. I have chronic asthma. So I've found that by wearing the face mask, even through this allergy season, is helping me. So
wow.
Even if you are immunocompromised or the allergies are bothering you, this is a good way to cover up and protect yourself from the allergies.
Okay. Wow. You know what? This is all great information. And you guys, as I said, you guys are doing a wonderful service for our community. And we're going to take a questions in a few minutes, but I can tell you, Ms. Neighbors, I know you got you said 150 people waiting in line for you. I'm going to need at least 3 Louis Vuitton. I know Sylvia said she want one. I bet you Clayton want one.
Don't be greedy, Richard. I said 2. I said I'm number 2.
You number 2, right? So I got to get one, and she got to get it. Come back to me later, right? So
Yeah.
Clayton, are there any questions out there from the audience?
There definitely are, Mayor. And I encourage all y'all to please check out the Facebook comments and see all the love, the personal shout outs for what you guys have been doing without even people knowing on a citywide scale. So thank you so much.
Oh, I have one last announcement to make, please, Richard.
Go ahead.
Arch Praying. Shout out to Tony Arch and Mary Arch from Arch Praying, who have donated t-shirts for all of our volunteers.
Wow, so more love. That's nice. Okay, much love to them. Much love.
Thank you, Tony and Mary Arch.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Clayton.
Love it. Sylvia doesn't miss a beat. Right? Thank you for all the shout outs and the love. For all the information, just so the public knows that we just received and how do you contact them, we'll be pushing that out as well. Mayor, you've done about 10 of these the last 3 weeks. We've had 2 firsts that came in today. One, people are requesting that Evian start his own fan page for Facebook. So, Evian, you got a fan base out here that wants you to start your own fan page quickly so they can communicate with you. And second, we received a private donation, financial, sizable, that would like to split that up between all 4 of these entities. So we will, and we'll
Yes.
Amen.
we'll take those masks that can come from that donation and we'll get them to needy populations through the mayor's office. So thank you all. And he has to remain nameless, so we'll keep him nameless, but we'll work with you to get that out there. Okay. First question is about materials. People are saying, where are you finding material? Evian, you gave an example of using silk as the elastic. So the direct question is, what kind of materials have you had to use to be creative to make the face coverings?
So usually we go to Walmart to get our material for the mask. And now I guess Walmart, their fabric aisle's actually closed right now.
Right.
So we're just getting, like, we had a lady that donated a few, like 2 full bags of cloth. So we're just trying to find people to donate because we can't really buy any right now. So one thing we did for the mayor's mask that was made, my mom went and bought sheets at Walmart.
Okay.
So we got sheets, and we've been using the trouser socks for the elastic around the ears.
Good stuff. See, like, speaking of sheets, any other creative materials you're using?
Now, I know, Teresa, you said you had material that you had. What kind of creative materials are you using, Teresa?
Oh, I have piles of quilting fabric. I'm not sure. I don't have any shortage of fabric. I can share if anybody wants fabric. But I've been lucky to be able to find some. I've done interfacing, in a big roll from Etsy. I've been able to find that. And I've had a couple people that have brought elastic, and said, make my mask and then use the rest. So I've just been, and then once in a while, I have a creative sewing center in Geneva still had interfacing as of yesterday. So I'm still.
Wait, who did?
Creative Sewing Center. I know she's getting pretty low, but Geneva, and they had some interface, and I got a couple yards until my big roll comes. So, but Etsy's where I've been finding it, and then somebody else, just people have been finding it, and they'll say, "Oh, here's some," but it's hard to find. But I have not run out yet of anything completely. I keep getting a little bit to get by. So.
Alicia, what about you? Have you had to use any creative materials?
I have gotten fabric from all over, mainly Etsy though. My website is on Etsy, and I order very frequently on Etsy. And also, I had my best friend, she died in January. Her name is Dawn Marie Condi. She had given me several pieces of fabric, and I didn't know what to do with those pieces of fabric. And I took those fabrics and I made masks out of those fabrics. And that was a labor of love for her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Myrna and Sylvia, have you guys have to get creative with your materials?
Yes. Sylvia called me crying from the Joanne Fabrics parking lot one day. I said, bed sheets it is. So cotton bed sheets. If somebody wants to donate something, hey, go buy cotton bed sheets. And if it's the ones that have the elastic, we're also using that elastic from the fitted sheets.
Yes,
so
yeah.
That can also be used, so dual purpose.
Wow.
But I've had people donate brand new curtains, bed sheets. We bought some like flannel pajama pants that had
Jersey knit.
That's creative.
Jersey knit pajama bottoms. We use t-shirts. We cut those in strips to use them for ties.
We use t-shirts. If you cut like an inch strip of a t-shirt and you pull it, it curls, and you can use that as the elastic as well. And it's nice and soft.
We've also used baby headbands, which are also very nice and soft and very stretchy.
What kind of headbands?
Baby headbands, baby elastic.
Baby, right, got you.
And if you open a bungee cords are full of elastic too.
Yeah.
So.
What were you saying, Teresa?
I've also heard that for the non-woven layer in the middle, if you want to use that you can cut up the reusable like grocery bags, you know, that have that non-woven fabric in it. You can use that for an inner layer in place.
Like the poly mesh.
The cloth grocery bags, right.
Well, they're kind of
Okay. Any other questions, Clayton, from the audience before we wrap up here?
Yeah, for the sake of
I'm
time,
going to suggest we all get together someday and just share our ideas and what we're doing with others. So we got to do our own Zoom little meeting. A glass of wine or something.
Invite me, and I just want to watch. I want to watch you guys make face coverings. And
yeah.
For the sake of time, I know we're wrapping up. One final question. Alicia, you mentioned your masks have filters. Can you explain that a little more in detail? There's a person who's also asthmatic. They're very interested in knowing how that helps out and what that filter means.
Okay, the filter that I use is called polypropylene, and I've looked it up. I've did my research on the internet, and what this filter does, it filters out dirt, dust, so forth. I'm not going to say that it is compatible to, a surgical mask. I won't say that, but it will filter out what it will filter out.
Some particles in the air, absolutely.
what it is, if you have woven layers of fabric, particles can get through them. So when you put a liner in, it's a non-woven that stops that from going through the fibers.
It's an added layer of protection.
That's why, and interfacing does the same thing. Mine have that same layer, but that's what they do. It stops.
The Pellon interfacing.
What'd you say, Alicia? Say that one more time.
Pellon?
Yes.
Pellon interfacing.
Non-woven. It has to be non-woven. Yeah.
Got you.
That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Well, you know what? Thank you guys so much for coming on and talking to the community about your labor of love, with blood, sweat, and tears, crying, cutting your finger, crying in the parking lot, sweating, working, doing these masks, taking care of grandkids, staying up at 3 o'clock in the morning, got your whole family, and working on it, your grandma, everybody working, 3 different sewing machines going at the same time. You guys are awesome. You're amazing, and I really appreciate what you do for the community. And we look forward to, I hope that from this session, a lot of people get in contact with you. You've already had somebody to donate, to all of you, so you can get some masks out there to the needy. But just continue to stay strong, stay safe, and keep doing what you're doing. And we want to let you know that we really appreciate it.
Thank you,
Mayor.
You're very
If
welcome.
I could just give a shout out to my grandma, Julia Felix, because she's the one that taught me how to do this stuff. And it was because of her that this all started.
Gotta give some love to grandma. Give some love to grandma. Absolutely. Tell grandma we say what's up. Tell her I look forward to meeting her one day soon. All right, maybe I'll come by there and pick up my face cover myself so I can say hi.
Okay.
Hey, you guys have a great afternoon. Thank you for coming on. And it looks like the sun is shining, so go out and enjoy some sunshine a little bit with one of your
I got to make face masks.
Social distancing.
That's
I hear
right.
you. All right, you take it easy now.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for
All
having me.
right, bye now.